Hello. Hey, Doig, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, everything, I mean, why is that not gone away? Things appear to have broken already. Okay. Since there was a Stream Deck update and now half the stuff in my Stream Deck is broken. So, anyway, how is everyone doing? Welcome to tonight's stream, which should have been yesterday's stream, but Twitch decided to break just as I was going live. Joy. So, I am going to be doing some work on my expressions tonight, doing a overlay stream, getting ow. Look, there's already enough bugs on the stream without you adding a bunch more. So what we are going to do is head over and let's get started. I wonder if I did. So the Stream Deck doesn't seem to be doing anything, and you know what, I'm just going to restart my overlay. Because this seems to be a complete mess. Right. And then I need to get the overlay capturing again, which, because it doesn't ever want to pick it up again. Now we have stream overlay. Okay, let's give this a try. Now if I do that, working, and now I can go back to this, and now I should be able to make sure that redeem works for you. Oh, no, wrong one. There we go. Pixels. There you go, goat. Ask and ye shall receive. Though I've actually got even better pixels, which I will show you over here. So I need to remember the controls. I've been trying to use the new version and all my controls are different. So let me show you what I have managed to get working so far. Once this loads up, because I have been doing a few more expressions. So what we can do is, if I play this, I need to lock myself. So we have many more capabilities. So for one, I can't remember whether I've shown this off on stream or not, but I can move my eyes about. So I can just look around. What else is there? Can do a full rotation. But most of what I've been doing are some expressions. So I now have my happy expression in, which works pretty much the same way. I still need to do some tweaks on it. I don't think I've got any of my others in. I have created the assets for the angry expression eyes and the head empty eyes, so we will get those in first. But if I do some themes, we have our default themes, but we have our terminal theme for both of these. We have our pixel theme for both of these. And we have our blue screen of death theme for both of these. Now you can see, like on the Pixel one, you can see that these really need to be tweaked a bit more, but I think they're looking pretty good. So let's get those other expressions in, because what I would like to is try and get all the expressions for all the eyes in, or rather the eyes for all the expressions. I've had a long day, so I've literally just got off a work meeting about 15 minutes ago, if that. And I really just wanted to get on stream and get some work done. So let's get things set up here. Kieran, welcome into the stream. How are you doing? All right, so if we open up the editor, we have head empty, which is actually one of the new expressions that we're coming up with. So we will, no, not 31, 3 by 3. So how is everyone doing tonight? What are you up to? How have your days gone? Because mine has been, well, I got given a project to do today, and it has been one of those projects in programming that makes you want to basically just go and live in the woods and never be near technology again. It has been much despair. Right. One thing you may notice with this expression here is we have all these different themes, but all of these states are the same. And this is because for the head empty, the blink state, it doesn't blink. But I didn't want to bother programming it, so just for one case, we're going to do this. Doing good. You've been in real day trying a new thing and trying to get a new thing to do a thing you want, and it's been a task. Yep, that is what I have been doing. I have been... So I can't tell you exactly what I've been working on. I can tell you that it deals with a bit of Apple's development stuff where if you want to test it, I have basically had to turn off a bunch of stuff on my computer to get it to work in the first place. But also, if I want to test... Oh, I have my mic filters turned off again. No, the mic filters are on. They should be. At least it's showing them on. So that is what had gone wrong. I have no idea how, but the gain on my microphone had been turned up to 11. It should only be on 2, and it was on 6 out of 7. So I have no idea what on earth caused that, because I haven't touched it. I mean, I have been... This is... What I was going to be saying is that this stuff was every time I made a change and rebuilt, normally it's okay, I'll make a change and then I'll click compile. In my case, it was I made a change, I had to uninstall the old version, reboot my machine, and then I could install and test that my change works. And then my change didn't work, That didn't work. I had to fix it, uninstall the old version, reboot my machine, rebuild, and install the new version. That is not a way to do software development. Right. So yeah, that has been part of my day, and then fighting with various other bits of stuff. It has been not fun. Right, so slice that up and apply. Yeah, all the filters are on. It's just the gain had on the actual microphone had been turned all the way up. I don't seem to have much luck with audio. Like when it all works, it sounds pretty good. It's just it seems to break very, very frequently. But I don't understand why my bot has audio now, because for so long the audio has not been making it through to Unity, and suddenly it now is. Who knows? It is a thing. Right, so I want to save that. So yeah, Kieran, have you been working on anything that you want to share on your overlay, or has it just been secrets that you're going to show off on stream? Alright, so that has sliced. Save that. And then what we want to do is create some code for this. Which has been inverting itself from left, right, and centre. Yeah, yesterday Twitch was having all sorts of issues. Now, they weren't technically Twitch's fault. AWS broke. And I do not like AWS. AWS powers a lot of the internet, and they have some good services, but I have bad experiences with AWS. And in this case, AWS seemed to break, and that caused Twitch to break. The problem is when AWS breaks, it breaks half the internet. The most painful one for me was when I was releasing the very first version of Coppice, and AWS decided to break 15 minutes before I was about to release Coppice. Which means that on release day, when I was thinking, oh, I'll get this out at 3 PM and I'll be able to have a nice relaxing time of getting all the press releases out and all stuff like that, I ended up having to wait several hours for Amazon to fix their stuff and then rush it out in the evening, and then almost have a nervous breakdown from the stress. So right, let's add some more expressions. Well, I'm definitely better now. I mean, this was, what, 2 years ago nearly now? But it was an ordeal. What expression do you want? Well, angry face expression. And we also want to add empty face expression. In 2 places at once, Kieran. You probably shouldn't be doing that. No idea why it's done that. Let's just copy paste. And angry face. Okay, so these all have the standard glasses, but what we want is we're going to have face, eyes, angry, left, but then for the right, I dot sprites equals. Actually, we might as well just do it as two separate things. We want angry right, and this is why we split it up so that we can have our two separate eyes. The head empty, we can just head empty both of them. Right, next up I need to figure out how big these are. Head empty is 305 by 300 and 305 by 305. Oh yeah, because the eyes are much bigger on this one, aren't they? And for angry, it is 286 by 264. Right, let's see if we can get these in. For head empty, don't want any eye offset. Right, we may need to deal with scale factors and stuff in a second. But, oh yeah, I need to actually hook up the themes. Rather the expressions. So what I'm going to do is 0, 1, we don't need that actually. What we do need to do is 1, 0, 1. Oh, Red Monster, welcome in. How are you doing? Right, so that should give us our expressions. Now the question is, what order do I want to remain? Plain, happy. So there should be down, up. Now what have I got? Controls. I am doing pretty good. Well, for the most part. Actually, let's swap down and up because I kept getting confused with those. Oh. Right, so that should be 4, 0. But yes, I am having a nice relaxing evening. It may be a bit of a shorter stream tonight because I had to start later because of work, so we'll see how things go. So we've got down, up, right, left. So I bring this back across and we go to, that's spelled wrong, that should be face expression. expression manager gone? Now we are expressions manager. So we've got down, up, right, left, down, up, right, left. Down, up, right, left. Probably then this one could be angry. And this one can be head empty. So we have down, we have up, which is happy. Left and right are both plain, and then if I hold R1 and down, whoa! I know what I've done there. Pixels per unit, 4,000. That was certainly a sight. So yeah, we need to increase these so that everything fits in. But if I... oh. They're the wrong way around. But I now know that the angry eyes, when they're the wrong way around, are very good as a sleepy expression. A weary expression. And we should have head empty, which is the expression where he doesn't actually do anything, but it's just going to be flashing text up going 404 brain not found. But yeah. Why are those? Like they should be going. If I go down to my... where am I going? Down to the neck. Glasses. Yeah, that's the left. That's the right. Have I got them the wrong way around in the code? Left eye, angry left, right eye, angry right. Nope, so the correct way around there. Oh, wait a second. Wait 1 second. Aha! Everything is flipped. Right, flip those. That should work now. An override. So the way I have this set up, overrides are basically if you are subclassing, it will actually... if you're subclassing from something, you need to add an override term to basically say override whatever the parent was doing. So I'm actually using abstract classes here. So if I go to face expression, I've created... Okay. So I've got an abstract class here. Now there may be a better way of doing this, but effectively this just lets me define just the general parameters of a face expression. And then I can create subclasses that actually implement all the different parts of it. So I've got one face expression and then I have all my different expressions here. I do the same again for the the face theme. Oh, that's over there. Where I set like the name, texture variant, and various other details, and then create subclasses that again override it. So it's literally just, as an gesture, overriding whatever the parent does. So I think you can actually do that. What does model behavior have? Because I think you can override a bunch of model behavior things if necessary. Or maybe not. It's one of those things where you can't really override everything because sometimes things get locked down, so you can't actually do it. But I've done it this way because it allows me to be a lot more modular, because I want to have expressions and then themes, and then chat can change the theme, so it just makes it a bit easy to add themes in. I've just realized my expressions are going to be all over the place because I have changed all my controls around to try and make them a bit easier to deal with and let me do more stuff. So because I would like to get the Pokebot finally finished at some point so I can finally get to work on the ship. Because watching Fenrir's stream this morning, he was seeing his ship and how much more advanced it is. I've got a lot of catching up to do. Right, so I think that should work now. Let's try this again. There we go. I have no idea why I need to flip the X and the Y on these, but I do. But we learnt we have potential for a 9th expression. The only problem is I do not have enough buttons on this controller to add more than 8 expressions at this point. Unless I did... I suppose I could do... If I did hold L1 to do those, because... maybe I could get up to 16? But I doubt I need that many. But we have a few things to change here. So this is where the modular approach comes in. So the first thing with the modular approach is that I can, for example, change all of the colors and stuff like that. But I can also do this on expressions. So the reason the face theme has colors for expression is that the angry face is often different. So if I open up the default theme, if expression is angry face expression, else we'll do the standard ones. So we'll throw that there. And then I just need to bring up the actual expression. Background. Alright, what color have I got here? 191, 29, 29. As color dot white and colors dot class equals color dot white. Oh yeah, we need the background to stick down there. Oh, I don't know why it's done that. Right, colors dot background equals new color. What did I say it was? 191 29 29. 199 divided by 255. 29 29. Right, so if I've done this right, then for the default theme, we should. Am I looking? Unity. We get that, we get happy, but for angry, there we go. The eyes change color, and we get a red texture for the background. Fantastic. So next up, we need to do that for all of the other parts of this. Oh yeah, friendship is very cool. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch as much of that. I was dropping in and out of his stream because I had so much stuff to work on today. But it was cool seeing what he's up to. Right. I need to go to Photoshop and I need to face map, I think. So the colors are going to be the same for pixels, so I can. I need too many different things open to do all this. I need Photoshop, I need Unity, and I need Visual Studio all open at once. So I should be able to copy paste this into the pixel scene. Now the terminal theme is going to be different because the background I believe is the same. It's the color of the eyes that changes. So where is terminal? Right. So the green is actually more vibrant than what I have. New color 122 250. Right, so. Oh no. Those are the green ones, so they actually need to be down there. And they need to head up. Right. Next up. And my red color. So 250, 79, 79. Oop. What the heck? What did I press that? That's the terminal theme. Let's get the result theme in, which could probably copy paste this. No worry, Doug. Thanks for dropping in. Hopefully you can see any more at any point, and if you have any more coding questions, just feel free to ping me and I'm happy to answer them. Oh. How did I manage to end up with multiple semicolons there? Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Right, where are we with the B-side scene? There we go. I think with the B-side thing, let me just test something. Yeah, the glasses are grey, so I need to definitely going to tweak that. So these are the standard ones. Do I have somewhere glasses? Pokebot glasses.psd. Alright, so they are all the same grey. Is 170. It's only the colour that changes here. Eyes are white, glasses are a new colour. 170 divided 255. Are they all RGBs? They're all white. It's not. So for the background, I can take this 152 31 23 152 31 23. We hope you could get Twitch integrated into Unreal by using blueprints, but it looks like you're having to relent coding in C++. Thing is, you're worried you may also have to build your overlay from scratch with C++ in mind, which it currently isn't. Yeah, hopefully you don't have to do that. I mean, I will be completely honest. A large part of the reason I use Unity is so I can avoid C++. My C++ knowledge basically involves a few very thick books that I have not really read. I mean, absolute worst case scenario, you could always just, if you've got to rebuild it all with C++, then at that point you could always just do it in Unity. Oh, wait. Unity. Right, let's have a look at these angry expressions. If we just go through, and that looks good, that looks good, that looks good. So, if I do this, terminal, we've got glowing red. Pixels. Right, so I need weak. I'm doing here because... Oh, by the way, Kieran, did you manage to figure out how many faces your bird has? Yeah, the problem is that they should be starting moving around there. And I can't remember exactly what code it was that I used that. Way too much open to keep track of. Let's close those. Right, so if we go to the angry face expression. I cannot remember how I work this out. Over 3,900 polys and 7,500 triangles. What is the exact? If I open up the Pokebot in Blender. Yeah, 4,500 faces and 9,700 triangles. And the thing is, some bits are super simple. Like I've just got a plane there. But the thing that really gets me are all the curved surfaces. So you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, well. Does it not be select? Oh, because I've got to do there. So yeah, it's 18 faces per corner, so that's what, 18, 36, 54 per corner, because I also have these up here. So that's 216. I mean, the two things that have the most, this wheel, there's 1,000 faces and 2,000 triangles in the wheel. The wheel that you'll notice has a lot of screen presence if you observe the robot. And then the other thing that also has a lot of screen presence is this, which is 1,392 faces and 2,700 triangles. So yeah, of my 4,500 faces, half of them are in those two objects. Over half of them are in those two objects. I mean, I could like remove that and do a bump map. But yeah, it's not like it's causing any performance issues or anything. And yeah, if I zoomed out enough, I mean, just look how good the curves are on everything. So it looks good. So that's the important thing. Right. So where were we? Oh yeah. Adjusting eyes. So okay, so that is how I do it. So I need to change this to an angry. And how far along does that go? Okay, we'll do 1.016. Angry face 0.6. Now I have tried working out what these numbers are by trying to do some mathematics, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to do the mathematics. Like, I know like how many pixels that should be and how many pixels that is, and they're all scaled the same way, so I should be able to translate from pixels into points. But the way everything works and the scales and everything, there's some weirdness, so I'm just having to do this manually. So that is going to be 0.18. So what that should hopefully mean if I go here, if we come up here, there we go. It's now moving correctly. Have you seen bad code around here? I do not like bad code. It makes my head spin. Sure, I'm sure you've seen bad code around here. There's so much more expressiveness just being able to have the eyes and a bit more control over things. Oh god, I've just seen your topology stuff looking quite good. Definitely looking a lot more ordered. Right, so let's also get head empty in. This one should be easy. Do 0.14. So, not going too far into politics, but has anyone been following the Liz Truss tour of local radio stations? If you ever want to see okay, you probably do want to know because Liz Truss went around about 7 or 8 local BBC radio stations. And if people thought she was going to get an easy ride through them. She basically got... I mean, to call them train wrecks would probably be a bit kind. It was just basically lots of flailing about, not really getting anywhere. Faced with people asking genuine interview questions. Oh yeah, the interviewers... Well, I mean, some of the interviews were particularly hard because some of the quotes... Let's see if we can find... some of quotes. Where are we? Yeah, one person. It's difficult to... One of the interviewers. It's difficult to know what's fallen more since you came into office. Value of the pound or Tory party ratings in the polls. And that was one of the kinder comments that you got from some of them. But yeah, the BBC ended up putting up like it's back to back of all the interviews, and it was... I mean, I described it as Schadenfreude scrolling. It's the opposite of doom scrolling. It's you're scrolling through Twitter, enjoying the doom that someone else is having inflicted upon them of their own making. Hey Snowtwig, how are you doing this evening? We've done that. Oh, we need to do happy, because I have not done happy yet. Happy. Okay. Let's do 1-8 and 2-7. Eight, 7. Okay, so now if I run this, all of our expressions should stay within the eyes. That works. That works. That works, but that's completely centered, so it should work. And that works. And if I, for example, go to pixels, that looks good. Hey, pretty pleased with that. Yeah, Twitch does seem to be behaving for me. It seems Amazon went down. Their web services, some parts of that broke, which caused Twitch to break. So nobody could actually go live for a while. If you're already live, you were sort of fine, but you couldn't actually get like a lot of people couldn't purchase subs or bits or anything like that. So yeah, Twitch probably lost a lot of money because people couldn't buy stuff, and then people couldn't stream, so they couldn't get the ads. So right, where are we? Left eye, right eye. Okay, next up, that is all of the expressions that use the standard glasses. So now you get the fun of doing non-standard glasses. So this should be the easiest one. I actually need to build stuff in to handle placing the accessory, but we're just focusing on the eyes now. So let's get the worried eyes in. I want to get rid of that. So copy that. 140. No. Let me 132. 139. Which need to add 10 either side, so 159 times 3. I've been using Photoshop for years and years and years, like since I believe Photoshop, the earliest version was Photoshop 5. Like not CS 5.0. Like I started using Photoshop, it must have been like late 90s, early 2000s. It was only in I think this year that I realized that you could do maths inside of most fields. Where you could do addition, subtraction, and multiplication in most fields that take a number. Which is super powerful. Right. So I want to throw that in there. I want to create a new layout. That. I want to shift that up there. Let's get it. And close. Okay. Close. Oh. Group those into plane. Drag them down there and add ourselves an outer glow. We'll drag down to there, and what I want to do is open recent standard because I want to get my pixels. So if I copy paste that, I'll go here. Okay, let's canvas size. Let's make this 480 by 480. We'll create ourselves some new layout guides. Background. And what we want to do. Alright, so if we move to there. So I can get rid of the glow. Okay, so open it should be relatively easy for us to do. I was going to delete that. And the reason I did all that resizing is because it then gives us a very nice grid, because we're not working with a lot of these large pixels anyway. Need to be on the right layer. And then I think what we need to do for mid is that. And then what we're going to do for closed is cheat a bit, because while I want the pixels to be the same size, I'm not too fussed about them being on the same grid. So you can actually, I'm allowing them to sort of shift a half pixel. So what we can do here with the grid is we'll move it like that, but then we'll shift it up like so. And then just select those and fill in. Then we can hide that, and we have our worried eyes. Also save this as worried. Now for glasses, what I may do initially is just stick the standard glasses on, but then create a translucent one that we can use. So custom themed Photoshop. No, this is, I think I forgot interface. I just choose the darkest Photoshop theme. You can have it light or all the way down to like darkest of dark. So that's all I really do. I prefer myself dark layouts. I don't remember when they added that. It might have been with Creative Cloud, maybe even earlier. I don't know if they'd made it that dark until you started getting dark mode in macOS and Windows. Where are we? Worried. Change that to import as right. 4000 and apply. That needs to be multiple. Grid count 3x3. Lice. And what we're going to do is create our worried expression. You return with Chinese. I hope you brought enough for everyone, Kieran. So what's your go-to Chinese dish, chat? What's the one thing that you, if you had to just pick one dish, your favorite Chinese dish, what would you go for? Because for me, it's probably either sweet and sour pork or chicken and pineapple sauce, both with egg fried rice. You've got to get the egg fried rice, so. Ruffle Shop is different, probably because you're using an old version. What version are you on, Snowtwig? Because if it's like a creative suite version, then it could possibly be why it's different. Right. So we've got our worried. That's a fair point. I need to make sure that naming these correctly. In 2020, in 2020 should still be Creative Cloud, I think. So I don't remember it changing that much since then. I mean, maybe. I mean, it could also just be the layout if the layout looks different, because I've like customized the layout, so rather than having it all collapsed there, I have everything in 2 columns because that's what I was used to long ago. All the like how I've arranged things down on this side is just I've arranged them for quite a while, so. Those are glasses. Okay, and what is the side? One. Yeah, you can customize the layout in Photoshop quite a lot. I think they have some you have all sorts of different ones up here that you can set up to change your workspace. You can have it change for different things that you're working on, so I just have it set up how I have it set up, really. Right, let's see what worried looks like. Though I do need to actually stick worried in to. Right, so which expressions am I going to use the most? Plain and happy, yes. I think puzzled, definitely. Which leaves worried, sad, and what's the other? And surprised. That is surprise. I think surprise is probably going to be more in there. I mean, if that's going to be confused, this can probably be worried. Got some prawn crackers to go along with it too. See, I'm not a massive fan of prawn crackers, but a while ago, one of my, like the local Chinese, when I was living somewhere else, it used to be that if you ordered enough, which usually when my family ordered, we did, not only would you get some free prawn crackers, you got something actually that I'd like and is really good, which is free spring rolls, which is always a wonderful thing to get, especially when free. Oh, I had some fun today. So, my space dwarfs. I know I've talked about them a lot, but I've gone through the codex. I'm getting a good sense of them now. I've actually started building some of the models as well. But I discovered that there's been a little bit of a palaver. Oh yes, Goat, there is. The Leagues of Votan. Have you not seen them? Let me... You can't actually buy it now because it's sold out. But there was an army set where you can get various things. So this is your standard like troop, which is really cool looking. You get like hover bikes and stuff, but the thing that really sells you is let me find what the name of it is. I'm still remembering the names of things. The Sagittar. Leagues of Votan vehicle. It not? Now we are. They have a moon buggy. They have a moon buggy. They also have a giant moon buggy as well. But yes, there's been a little bit of a controversy around them because apparently they are so... Like the rules are potentially so broken in certain combinations that some tournaments have been banning them before they've even been released. Like nobody is going to be able to actually have had an army put together, built, painted in time for any tournament. But certain tournaments have already banned them because it's too powerful. So what Games Workshop have done is they've actually put out a release and a video. It's a very funny video, so it's worth going on Warhammer community and watching it, but basically admitting that they got things a bit wrong. So they've changed one rule and they've basically added like 10 to 20 points on top of every unit. So my 2,000 point army that I had planned out, I basically had to cut about... It suddenly went from 2,000 points to 2,300 points, effectively. But I had to cut quite a lot of stuff out of it to plan, because you can't buy more stuff. They've just done the initial starting set. So you get like 20 troops, 2 characters, and 3 bikes, and the codex and the cards. So you get all that stuff. But I think the thing that was most broken is you can get these things called grudge tokens that you put on. And the way it works is if you have one grudge token on, any hit of a 6 automatically wounds. If you have 2 tokens on, any hit of a 5+ automatically wounds. And if you have 3 tokens on, any hit of a 4+ automatically wounds. Because you generally, in Warhammer, you pick your target, you roll to hit, and then of how many hits, you then roll those to see if they wound. Now, the key thing about this is that, okay, that is pretty powerful. The problem is that it had a rule saying that these auto wounds count as if you had rolled an unmodified roll of a 6. And Leagues of Votann have a lot of abilities that occur on if you roll a 6. So I believe they have, where are we? Age 87. Yeah, Magna Rail weapons. You can't take invulnerable saves, and an unmodified wound roll of a 6. Excess damage that weapon inflicts is not lost. So that now happens on a 4+2 hit rather than a 6 to wound, which, just to give you a sense, normally it is usually around a 3+ to hit, and then you'd need to roll whatever you need to wound, but you'd need a 6. So it's like, what would that be? 2/3 times 1/6 is what? 2/18. So 1/9. And then if you get 3 grudge tokens on, it suddenly becomes 1 in 2 chance of doing that. That is kind of a ridiculous thing. So it's like, it makes sense that they've changed it. So, I mean, there may be other changes. It would be nice if they tweaked some bits and pieces of it, because it's gone a bit too far in the other direction, where now it never counts as an unmodified roll of a 6, which means that none of your abilities work if you use this like key feature of the army, which, yeah, feels like they just need to tweak it a bit more, but I'm still happy because the models are awesome. It's Leagues of Votann, Snow Twig. And they have confirmed several bits. So, Goat, I know that you are very much into the lore of 40k, aren't you? So, there are some bits of the lore that I absolutely love about these. Now, one of them is they are confirmed that they are squats. It says in there that the Imperium refer to the Leagues of Votann as squats. The bit that I love is related to Tau. Now, Tau are near and dear to my heart. I have ridiculous amounts of Tau. I think if you, like, excluding weapon upgrades, you could easily be getting close to like 9,000-10,000 points of Tau that I have. I have so much of it. It is my favourite army. Now, one of the things I love about the Tau is they have, I mean, they're called the Tau Empire. So they have the main race, the Tau, but rather than most factions in 40k having like it's just one thing, so you've got the Eldari, which are all just one species, and the Orcs that are one species, and then human, like the Imperium, which is pretty much one species. Tau, you have Tau, you have Kroot, you have Vespid, and then those are what you have models for, but in the lore you have various others. And I've always said that one thing I want Games Workshop to do is release more of these other factions for Tau, so-called Tau auxiliaries, where they have all these other factions that fight along for them. And one of those is a race called the Demiurge, who are a race of rather short base traders, who are the people who gave the Tau Empire one of their two best sorts of weapons, which are ion weapons. Guess who it turns out the Demiurge actually are? They are the Leagues of Votann. That is such a cool detail. Even more of a cool detail is that means the Leagues of Votann have ion weapons, and they look like the Tau ones. I mean, not quite the same, they've got a different thing on them, but there are elements of the design there that you can definitely tell are taken from the Tau, and it's just... I love this army even more now. I am very much a go for the Dwarf army, and there was never a Dwarf army, which is why I went for Tau. Because they are the shooty army instead. Oh, there's plenty of retconning going on with this, but there's plenty of retconning that happens. Like they're reintroducing an army after decades. So you're always going to have some degree of retconning in there. Right, let's have a look and see if we've got our worried. Oh, compile errors need to be fixed. Happy face expression, line 13. Oh, why has there a W appeared in there? But yeah, I like how it's just turned out that this army, like this army that I've wanted to sort of like appear as maybe just like one unit choice for Tau is effectively like an entire army. So okay, so worried. Okay. So the question is, what happens when I had the glasses? Oh, that's a fair point. How am I gonna hide? To properly hide the glasses, what I am going to have to do is something that I've needed to do for a while. So the bridge at the moment is just a very basic thing. But what I'm going to have to do is actually tweak it slightly. Where, because if I just go here, you see that it's perfectly fine here. And if I go to pixels, it works okay there because I'm changing the height. But if I go to terminal, you can see there's no glow on it. And it really needs a glow on it. Ooh. I'm noticing that I need to tweak this slightly. Where have you gone, Photoshop? Why is it doing that? Sprite up there. Hey Megan, how are you doing? Why that? Ever so slightly blurry. That should be crisp. That should be very crisp. It is not. Going to Finder. Open the PNG in Photoshop and take a look there and see how crisp. Yeah, that's crisp. So that is an artifact of Unity. Okay, so we're going to have to expand this a bit. I am not doing too badly. Had a bit of a tiring day, but other than that, I am doing pretty well. Right, so we do that. Go to the background, we'll just paste this in here and we'll create ourselves a new layout. So we'll just add a little bit of a gap between everything. So they should all fit there, and they should there, and these fit there, like that. Then we can have mid move along, move. Well, let's just this way. Make sure they're all in here. Yeah, hopefully we can get this sorted out. So now we have a little bit of wrong one. Open. I want that to be centered. There we go. So try this again. We're going to export this. Replace. We just need to. Do we need? To, yeah, we do. Able to play mode, and reslice. Okay. Right. And And what we want to do is just go into here, and we need to change already to 162, 162. Right, so this should no, that way. I go to terminal. Yeah, that's got rid of it. Okay, so next up is going to be getting rid of the glasses and the bridge. Well, getting rid of the glasses isn't too hard. It's how do we get rid of the bridge? Suppose I could provide a translucent one. Like just have different bridges, but then have a translucent. That could work, possibly. I think. Right, let's just get rid of these glasses for now. Round glasses. I want standard. There we go. So what we are going to do is just hide all this and save. Yes, I know it's empty. That's the whole point. Ooh. Can I? Oh, that'll work. I'll use the standard, but just set the color to translucent. Okay, how do I do that? And this will be in the theme. So what I should probably do is set the defaults and then set the overrides. Okay, so else if expression is worried face expression. What we need to do was that glasses equals new color 0 0 0 0. Okay, let's see if this works. Hey! Works. Hack the system! Okay, now we just need to set that up for the other themes. That's up. Else if expression is worried face expression. Colors dot background. New color. Pixelated. Oh. Okay, see you later, Snowtwig. Thanks for dropping in and hope you get some good food to eat. I'm going to just finish this up and then I think I will call it for the evening. Because I need to relax offline for a bit because it has been a day. Okay, let's check that this works in all of our themes. So we will go worried, terminal. It's not working. Restart. Because I'm changing the background. Try that again. Go to the B-side theme and that. Hey! It works. Fantastic. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to call the stream there because it has been a long day for me and I need to get some rest and relaxation. So, it's been a Thursday and it's been just past 8 PM. There is someone whom we can raid. We are going to go and raid a Kurzek. So, I hope you have all had a good time. I have had a nice way to start relaxing for the evening, and I'm now going to go off and watch some Kurzek animating with you, animating the moosh, and the mooshing time. And yeah, do some more model making. So, I want to thank you all for coming, and as always, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, a wonderful rest of your week, and until we meet again this Sunday, happy coding.